I'm going to make this video short. To the mothers protesting and the white families that don't want black education taught, let's just be real here. We've been hiding for convenience for a long time. Uncomfortable truths. If we hide them from our children, are we not denying them the ability to move forward in a world that's moving forward? We've already seen what's happening with even prospective racism. Do you really want your children underprepared to be walking out into the world where equality is the big lesson? And plus, if we're going to not teach black critical stuff like the Tuskegee experiment and the Tuskegee Airmen, then we need to cut out World War I altogether. I mean, that war didn't happen. And I mean, let's just be real. If black families with black ancestors that were in that war don't matter, then neither do the white ones. So you can either let your children remain ignorant in the future and promote that ignorance, or you can do what parents are supposed to do and teach your children to be better than yourselves. It is the prerogative of parents to empower the next generation to be better, and it's the prerogative of the next generation to be better, whether or not the parents assist. I'm living proof of that, baby. And I'm going to be making a comeback soon. But Black Lives Matter, and they saved my tail. I have been Kojic since 14. I have lived in multiple black communities, and I have seen kindnesses that nobody would ever expect. Nobody would ever expect. And I've grown up in white neighborhoods too. Folks, we need to stop being pansies. America is not a nation of pansies. If you want to act like that, go back home. Little inconvenient truth, right? But no, if you want to disenfranchise your children and just be selfish about it because you want what you want, go for it. It's just don't get mad when your children hate you when they're older and they're being thrown under the bus because of things that you weren't allowing to be taught. Thank you for being American and celebrating what is American, such as Black American lives. You know, the ones that fought in every war since, the War for Independence. And I mean, you know what? Let's get rid of open heart surgery and sanitation too, because I mean, the first open heart surgery was performed successfully, or the first successful one was performed by a black man. Y'all didn't know that. And what was really revolutionary about it was that before we could even see germs, he had this bright idea to sanitize the area around the tools, not just the tools. And guess what? His patient survived. And he revolutionized sanitation procedures for hospitals. Or at least he started it. All this rich American history, and we are ignoring it. Stop it. We are not a pansy nation, so stop acting all privileged and pansy. Seriously. Man up. Black lives are what saved my life. And I'm standing with them. I hope your children, if you somehow succeed in denying this education to your children, I absolutely 100% hope, it's going to come back and bite them. And ultimately, it's going to come back and bite you as parents. Like, I've seen it. The world is changing. And it's changing for the better, more diverse. So parents, it's up to you. Empower your children, don't empower your children. But one way or the other, the world is predominantly brown. So we're kind of already the minority. And trying to hold on to the good old days. I mean, yeah, football was great, but can you still play? Anyway, that's my 2 cents.